Digian Beach here with a model presentation, and you are looking at a Scotia-Grendel Orc Necrodon Rider. The model consists of two pieces, a complete metal orc head and torso, and a resin Necrodon with orc legs and saddle sculpted on its back. I painted the orc with dark earthy green skin, and mainly went with brown and blue for the clothing. The Necrodon was another matter, and I went with red. The Necrodon Orc is on a 50mm by 75mm rectangular base. The texturing is made up of a mix of decoration granules. These are painted a combination of charred brown, graveyard earth, and a hammerfall khaki, then topped off with static grass. With only two pieces, putting the Orc Necrodon together was not a problem. Painting was quite easy as well, as the details are heroically proportioned, the finest detail being the Orc's teeth. The model is a product of its time, and as such I think it has a ton of style, even though it shows the limitations of 90s resin engineering. If it were possible, I would only make two changes to the model. Firstly, I would make the Necrodon's arms shorter. There is just something a tad too humanoid about them for my tastes. Secondly, at the point of connection between the Orc torso and the Necrodon, there is a flat strip with no detail. This really bothered me, so I sculpted a sash to cover this. I really think this should have been addressed in the original release though. The Orc Necrodon Rider was originally sculpted by a company called Heartbreaker for a company called Grendel back in the 90s. Scotia-Grendel currently produce the miniature and maintain the rights to the rule set it was originally designed for, which is named Leviathan. Leviathan is currently available as a free download from their website. The Orc Necrodon Rider is one of several units that make up the Leviathan Orc faction, a faction which is clearly inspired by steppe nomad culture. The Leviathan Orcs ride several different types of dinosaur, Necrodons being the smallest, and Titanosaurs being the largest. Orcs are accompanied by goblins, whom also ride dinosaurs, but mainly smaller ones. Leviathan has three other factions, elves, humans, and dwarves. Each are distinct with their own motivations. The fluff is very well written, and the book is almost 20 years old now. Leviathan is largely based around big monsters, orcs having their dinosaurs, elves having their dragons, dwarves having their steam golems, and humans having their warped berserkers and pig riders. Currently I only have two Necrodon Riders. One is finished up, while the other is still in its two pieces. I would like to get some more Leviathan miniatures, especially some smaller Goblin Carnodon Riders and some Orc Necrodon Lancers. I find it unlikely I would ever use these in an actual game of Leviathan though. However, I could imagine using them as custom units of monstrous cavalry in a game of Warhammer. Of course, only after a discussion with my opponent beforehand. That was a model presentation, and thanks for watching.